Howdy, 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 everyone. Welcome to the industrial sale that you all have been waiting for ever, because it's been, what, a few months now since we've done it?
It's been way too long, but I think with the time, we've had a lot of great opportunities to stock up on some really killer stuff for you all.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got some pretty cool things that I hope you all will like, and I know Katie does as well.
Yeah, we've been working hard to curate some cool stuff for the sale. And you were telling me before we went live that you recently picked up a Coca-Cola cooler, and I'm kind of jealous.
I did pick up a cooler, yeah. It hasn't been hauled yet. Hopefully, I'll be able to either get a photo of it for Instagram or maybe even in the community tab.
I wonder if it has the same marking that mine has on the side, and I can't remember for the life of me the brand name. Is it Cavalier? I think it's Cavalier Coolers.
I think from Louisville.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool. That's very cool.
So who's here? Forgive me if I'm looking to the side, you guys. It is so much easier to do things on a computer rather than touch my phone and then have something happen. So I'm going to be highlighting you all's comments on the computer. So if I'm looking to the side, that's exactly what I'm doing. So I see Nick's Vintage Next.
Hi, Nick.
Of course. I see Karina Tarnish Treasures is here. Hi, Karina. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello, hello.
We got Pam's Eclectic Place.
Hi, Pam.
I see Karen K. Hi, Karen.
Welcome, Karen.
I see Amy is here as well. Good to see you as always. See Lori Perry.
Hi, Lori.
I also see Miss Pamabama.
Hi, Pam.
I see Dodie C. Hi, Dodie.
Hi, Dodie.
I also see Hazel Atlas. Welcome aboard, Hazel Atlas.
Hi, Hazel Atlas.
What else we got? So I see Jeffrey Reed, who is now Old Hadley Vintage. So welcome aboard.
Hi, Jeffrey.
I see Val M. I see Sandra Fish. How are all of you tonight? Welcome aboard. So Amy wants to know how Louie is.
Louie's doing well. She's had some allergy issues, but she's finally getting that all fixed. So she's very excited, has a lot of energy today.
I see Nettie is here.
Hi, Nettie.
And who was it that said they got the rose one? I think it was Pam's Eclectic Place. I'm glad that you like it. Yeah, I tell you, I go a little nuts when I'm packing some glass pieces because I know how the post office can be.
Yeah, I've literally watched them pick up boxes from the counter when you drop them off and throw them like a football across the room into a bin. I'm like, that's great because that's very breakable.
Yeah, I've had really bad allergies this summer. I really don't know what it is. Or what if there's like ragweed or grass pollen. I have no idea what's going on.
I know you can look all that up and see, for what day, what's worse than another thing, but I have all this constant post-nasal stuff that's just annoying to deal with.
Oh, I know. I take it's Walmart's version of Zyrtec, and it seems to help me. Thank you, Karen.
Zyrtec.
Yeah, they're not too geeky, not too nerdy. When I went and got them fixed or made for me, I was like, I want something that looks kind of good, kind of old school, but not like Poindexter, like Steve Urkel, as Katie called them. Yeah. Urkel glasses.
Yeah, you have the perfect like Roy Orbison cool glasses. They don't look Urkelish at all.
I'll take Roy Orbison all day, any day.
Yes. Hi, Linda.
Linda, how are you today? Been a while. Hope all is well in Florida.
Yes, Florida's good. It is hot, and that is not anything new to anyone that has been following the weather. But boy, you walk outside and you feel like in this humidity chamber and you can't cool off. So it's nice to be inside.
Yeah. So Sandra Fish says, can you see Adam? I absolutely can. The problem, even with like in the past, I would squint or get up like real close to read something. With this, I can be kind of further back from my phone and I can read exactly what it says on my phone.
which is good. Now, if I'm looking really close to my phone, sometimes I have to take off my glasses, which the doctor said is normal, and she gave some sort of term for it. But yeah, if we're far away, I have to have my glasses.
Yeah, mine are definitely distance. Like when I did the test at the doctor's office, I mean, I could barely make out like the smallest little line. But once he he had that machine where you can look through and he changes the lens view for you.
Yep.
Certain, frame levels, I was like, oh, I can read exactly what that says. So it was like, yeah, slight stigmatism, and you might need something to kind of help correct it. So
yeah, they always do that to me, and they're like, without your glasses, can you read the bottom line? I'm like, I don't know if that's an X, a Z, or an N. I have no idea what's going on here. And then they put the little lenses in front, and I'm like, oh, it is a Z.
Right. But it'll be a good change. Now I'm not going to be squinting in antique malls anymore. If I see something I'm interested in, I'm like, oh, what is that? Or how much is that?
Yeah, now you'll just know.
And I'll just be like, oh, $4.95. I can do that.
The world is opening up for you, Vinny.
Right. Exactly. So no more squinting for me, at least live. So I'll probably try to start wearing these while I'm live, just so it's not so bad for the squinting for comments sake, especially because I use my phone now to do the streaming.
How do you like that? Is it working for you?
I would say it's better because the computer that I bought to replace the one that I have now, it's a good computer, don't get me wrong, but it's just not a good streaming, computer, unfortunately. Hi, Geneva.
Hi, Linda and Dirt Road.
So yeah, I mean, it's a good computer for me to take traveling with me because I have like all my YouTube stuff on it and my service, like my Wondershare is on there for me to do editing and things like that. So that's a nice computer for me to have. Whereas the other one that I've had forever, I can just, goof around on. I can play games on it. The other one's more of like a business computer, so to speak.
I just have the one laptop that I use for everything. My Mac is kind of my lifeline, but I do a lot on my phone now. It's amazing how much phones have changed the world and, all the things you can do on it.
I know, isn't it crazy? You can just take it all on the go.
I know. I mean, if I have my phone, I can almost do anything I ever need to do, which is really convenient.
Transfer money over, you can make payments, you can do this, you can do that. It's convenient to have a little computer with you everywhere you go.
It is. Look stuff up, Google things, research,
It was fun. It's good, but like everything, there's always something down. But we won't talk about that. We're on the up here. We're not on the down.
It's interesting though, because I was waiting at the pharmacy the other day and I had to wait a very long time, which is a story for another day. But I was noticing I walked in without my phone. Somehow I left it in the car. And that was a moment that I wish I had my phone, because I kid you not, I was in line for maybe 30 minutes. So it would have been useful. But I noticed that everybody in front of me, and there must have been 4 people in front of me, all were on their phones. The whole world. It was just like, we're all waiting for something. And this is our default thing, is for us to get on our phones. And then here I am. I don't have my phone. So I'm like reading the back of packaging to stay entertained in the vitamin aisle. I'm like, well, let's see what this is.
Exactly. This thing go down on me again. I just feel like this chair is literally... Why does it do that?
Yeah, Instagram and eBay are constant source of entertainment for me.
Hey, Wordsmith, I look like Eggsy from the Kingsman. I'll take it. I will definitely take that.
I love the Kingsman movies. Those are some of my favorites.
Nick says I like sitting in waiting rooms and not looking at my phone. Yeah?
See, that's amazing, Nick. And then if you could bring a magazine or a newspaper along. I bought a newspaper the other day at the grocery store so that I could have the comic section for something that I was photographing for Instagram. And then, I still like reading the newspaper, and I miss the days when it would be delivered to my door, but it's just now too expensive to get it, delivered. But I was buying this newspaper at the grocery store, and the woman looked at me, crazy when I brought it up, probably because of my age, but also just that they don't see a lot of newspapers, I'm guessing, sell. So I brought it, and she just kind of looked at it and was like, okay, this is very random.
Well, what's funny too is, like Jeffrey had said, what did he say? He said that, magazines have gone to the wayside, and now in waiting rooms, it's just our phones. Well, think about it. If you're going to your primary care physician, you're touching stuff and you don't know who's sick and who's not. So they probably don't want to keep those in the waiting room anymore.
No, it's probably a germ thing. But, I remember the hairdresser when I was a kid, any of those hair cuttery places, they used to have a million style magazines. And I remember picking those up and seeing all the latest styles and reading. I mean, that's what we did. We didn't have phones.
I know. And you look back on that and you're like, geez, kids have it so much easier now than we did.
But, I do keep a stack of old magazines, vintage magazines, in a little file box by my couch. And I love, on a Saturday, if I've got some extra time, pulling out a new magazine with my coffee and reading it. It is so nice to be present and not on a screen, and that's a really fun thing to do if you can make that happen in your life. Amy, I am to a degree. Like, I do love my technology and the computers, but like everything I do sale wise, I want on a piece of paper. I need the I'm still very much, my friends make fun of me because I have a million legal pads around the house, but I live and breathe legal pads. They're so useful.
See, I can't, when I was little, I couldn't read books in the car. It would just make the car sick.
Yeah.
I'd have to be looking at my DS or my, one year my grandparents sent us down a TV that had a VHS player on it. And I would watch the movies, no problem, and wouldn't get sick. But the minute I start reading a book, I could start feeling like, ooh, I can't. So I just said, no more.
I do, Nick. I carry a deck of cards in the car with me at all times because you never know when you're going to want to play a game of cards with someone. And it's kind of nice to have those. They're hours of entertainment. My grandma always taught me to play solitaire because when she had insomnia for years, and she would get up in the middle of the night and play solitaire. So she taught me to play solitaire. So I always have a deck of cards because that's just an endless source of entertainment.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm old school too. Like, I like all of my receipts. So like for tax season, I like to say this is how much I paid or how much I spent on like all the antique malls I go to or the thrift stores, and I like to see it all. And even when I keep track of stuff when I'm selling, I like to keep track and like say, hey, this is how much I sold this for. It's just easier for me to do it that way. Certain things I feel like should stay old school like that, but everyone has their own method to how they do things. But I'm old school in a way, but some things I prefer digitally. Some things I prefer to just have written down so I know I have it.
Yeah, I keep a physical copy of everything. So I write it all on my little sales sheets here. And then I hole punch them and they're in a binder with all of my receipts. So I have them because like last tax season, my Excel decided to just disappear on me. The sheet I've been keeping all year, I clicked into it to submit it to my tax guy and it was just gone. Everything I had ever recorded. So I had to go through all the papers and rewrite it down. But if I hadn't had the papers, I would have just been SOL.
Right. Yeah, no more. We don't want any SOL when it comes to that stuff.
No. So the papers are great. They're great. And it's nice having the tactile thing, but I do get pretty car sick if I'm trying to read something in a car. Phones, not terribly, like videos, but if it's a lot of words or small print, it just really makes me nauseous.
I don't know how people back in the day used to do it. Like, because how you'd have to read maps before GPS. You had to look at maps to figure out where to go. But
I am the worst at directions. Anyone that's ever traveled with me knows this. I will get lost getting out of a parking lot. I kid you not. I am just that awful at figuring out how. Because I'm not paying attention to how we got into the parking lot. I'm like, oh, look at the architecture. Look at that person with the cool hat on. I am more worried about the other things than how we got in there because I figure at some point I'll get myself out. But I would have just been lost all the time. Like in the 50s, if I had to read a map, oh no.
ADD in a nutshell. Thank goodness for Google Maps.
Google Maps saves me. Yes.
I know. No kidding.
Ooh, Kings in the Corner is a great game. Yes, I've played that thousands of times.
Knickknacks says touring services. Yep.
Yeah.
I need that in my life too. Well, we have hit the 15-minute mark. Thanks for everyone tuning into that. I know we kind of started a little bit late here, but that's okay. So I think we want to do what did we do last time? We did like 2 items per round,
I think so.
which I'm perfectly fine with doing. So if you haven't purchased from Katie or I before, I put both of our information in the description box below, as well as Pam's channel and Trisha from Sanding Auto's channel. They're both right after our sale tonight. Pam at 8, and then Trisha at 10, and then Katie, are you doing a jewelry sale tonight with Nate?
I am. Yep, at 10
All
o'clock.
right. So you'll see Katie again at 10 p.m. Eastern for her jewelry sale with Nate, Soulmate. Her channel and her email, and I think her Instagram are also linked down below in the description box. So if you want to go over there, follow her everywhere that she possibly is in the social media world. Will you be combining orders from this sale with your jewelry sale? Or
yes,
okay.
I will be. So if you purchase anything with Nate or me tonight, I'll be able to combine with this sale.
Perfect. And then, of course, I will try my hardest to get everything packed up and out the door probably by Tuesday or Wednesday. It just depends on who pays and if I can get it out the door fast enough. So I've been pretty good at it by either getting it done Sunday night, late into Sunday night and into Monday and Tuesday. Both of those times the boxes will go out with me. But yeah, keep a good schedule. I want you all to get your stuff as soon as possible. So since Katie is my guest tonight, because sometimes I forget how to do things. All right, so I think is this how you do it? Or maybe it's this one. Oh boy, this is bad. I don't remember how to do this. Oh, here we go. All right, so Katie, you're going to be up first. There we go. I think I figured it out.
Very cool. All right. So the first thing that I have up tonight, we're going to just kick things off with a bang. I have this standard stamp carousel. This is one of the larger ones that holds, I don't know exactly how many stamps. Let's see, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stamps. So this is great if you have a craft room or you love industrial things and you like to put postcards in them. They work really well with various lots of ephemera. You can stick them inside and they stand up and you can do all kinds of cool things with these. But of course, they also work really well with stamps. And this does come with 3 stamps. So you're going to get this one, which is a front stamp. And what I love about it is it has someone's name on it. So that's kind of neat. And then this other stamp is a little bit newer, but it says Inkadoo, Inkadoo, which I love. And they're little tiny, I think they're Scotty dogs. Yes, they're little Scotty dogs on a roller. I just thought they were adorable. That one's a little newer. The other ones are true vintage. And then this one has a name on it too, Mike Thompson. So you're getting the Thompson stamp, the front stamp, and the little Inkadoo stamp with the Scotty dogs on it. And then, of course, it leaves you lots of room to add your own stamps or to do whatever you wish. And it does have the standard on the top with the round base. These things I think are so cool. I actually have a couple of them all over my house. They look wonderful in displays. This one measures exactly 8 inches tall. And if you are interested in the stamp carousel with the stamps, it is, oh, Vinny, what numbers are we? I'm sorry, I messed that up.
Oh, you know what? Did I not send you the numbered link?
I forgot because I'm used to not doing numbers on my sale.
Gotcha. Okay, so you were, I think, 21 to 40, I think.
Okay, so if you are interested in this stamp carousel, it is going to be $25. Number 21, $25, number 21, if you are interested in this amazing standard larger size stamp carousel. I also have some vintage flags from an old cash register that I've stuck down inside these holes and displayed that way. So there's a lot of options with these. I really like the stamp carousels. Okay. Hi, Sandy Spiffy. All right. And then my next item is this lot of fun screw and nail boxes. I just love these. I think the graphics on these are wonderful.
Oh, look at that.
Cool? It's red and orange and black, which is perfect for Halloween coming up. If you do displays, there's a lady I follow on Instagram that displays tins with different color schemes for different holidays, and I think that's really cool. So this one is a 2 lot. You're getting 2 tins. Dart, which is awesome, handy for odd jobs. The family nail box, and then it even has some great advertising on the back for Crest stores, and I really love the guy shooting the bow and arrow on the other
really
side.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a cool tin. Now, of course, these tins have some wear to them. They've been around a minute in someone's basement or garage. Hi, Nate. But I love these. So you're going to get this one. And then I love the graphics on this. The Hassel drive screws. And I love the little starburst effect above the nail as it's going in. This is a 10 out of Brooklyn. And the neat thing about this one is, looky here, it still has all the little tiny drive screws inside. So you've got this one full, which is kind of neat. So you're going to get the pair of these, and they are just a great little combination of tins for your vignettes and displays. And this nail lot is just going to be $12 number 40. $12 number 40 for the 2 amazing tins, if you're interested.
That's a steal. I love the dart one.
Yeah, the dart's fantastic.
The color contrast of the orange and the black together is really cool for Halloween.
Mm-hmm. And I love the arrow. I think the arrow is just everything.
That is just so cool.
It's a good graphic. Okay, so I'm going to wait for, is it your dad that is doing that this time?
I think so, yep. I think he'll let us know about it.
Okay.
Yep.
Nick, congrats. You got that. That's headed to you. Nick, congratulations.
Good, Nick. Those are awesome.
That's my 2.
It was 2 already. Jeez. Goes by quick.
Goes by so quickly.
Okay. So my first item definitely has some wear and tear, but I thought it was really cool. I got this when Dad and I went to, it was either Amherst or Lynchburg, one of the two. It's this little rubber piece. I'm not exactly sure what it's to, but it says "Tell the World" with signs, and it's orange. Again, I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be, if it was a giveaway or if it was something that was on a desk of some sort. There are a lot of pinholes in it, but I thought this would be cool if you framed it or, put it in your advertising room. Maybe hung it up on the wall. I just thought it was a really cool piece. And it is orange, so it would go well with Halloween. And if you would like this piece, this is only $6 and it's number 18. Whoop. $6, number 18. Hi, Heather. Hello to everyone else tuning in. Welcome aboard.
Do you think you could ink that and use it as a stamp?
You probably could. There's a name on here. It says art/craft. I think it says that.
That's a cool display piece.
Yeah, it says art/craft. So again, that is $6, number 18, if anyone is interested in that.
That is I love the globe. Anything with the globe, I'm obsessed with.
Yeah, it's a really cool piece. And then my other item, and what did else right here? So I have this black flag ant trap, and it's on the original cardboard box, but there's only one tin on it.
Ooh, that's neat.
That's what it looks like. I want to say that this was bought for Kmart because isn't that K key the Kmart sticker, the old Kmart tag?
I think that's an old Kmart tag.
So it's after 1963 because it's got the 5-digit zip code on it. Like I said, there's only one on here, but I think it's still a really cool display nonetheless. Back again.
Hey, we could have used that. Yeah. So when Jeffrey and I were on the yard sale, we got stuck at the hotel dealing with a whole bunch of ants crawling up our bed and in the center. So we tell the whole story on the Speakeasy podcast, the weekly Speakeasy, if you want to hear more about the story. But we could have definitely used that because those ants were a mess.
Ants are always bad.
Yeah, they just get everywhere and you can't get rid of them.
I know, that's the worst. So this too is also $6 and it's number 19. $6, number 19 for the ant traps tin with the original cardboard box or packaging, not box. If you wanted to, you might be able to pull this out of here and maybe center it. So when you hang it for display, it would look better with it centered.
Yeah, I think that would look really cool on a Halloween display too.
Absolutely. Let me take my tag off so you guys can see the graphic of the ant. It doesn't look too happy. It's even got the X in his eyes, showing that he's dead. It's like, okay.
He's dead.
he's done dead.
He kind of reminds me of the bug out commercials we have here, where they have the big bugs on the billboards that have the little X's in their eyes and they're lying on their backs, just completely like dead.
It's like nice advertising.
It's huge too. This billboard is above I-95, which is our major highway here, and it's got these dead bugs anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so up next, I have a really cool antique watchmaker's 10 Ajax. I love the graphics on this. It is an amazing condition for its age. I would say this is probably 1910, something around there would be my guess on age for this. Mainsprings, the guy just is incredible on the front, and I love that it says beats all others and he's beating a drum. The lithography on this is everything. It is a square 10, and this would have held mainsprings for automatic watches and pocket watches, and the inside is got some wear but pretty clean. I mean, overall for the age of this is amazing. So, and I love the coppery color. I think this would look incredible if you do any type of flat lay photographs. This would be great in that. Or if you have a collection of antique pocket watches, or you just love old 10s, this is just such a rich, wonderful color. So this 10 is going to be just $12, which is a steal of a deal. And if you would like it, you can have it by giving me number 29. $12, number 29 for this Ajax 10 out of Chicago. And golly, I mean, the graphics are everything on this. And I love that it's a square 10. You see a lot of the watchmakers 10s, particularly with the faces that are round. And this is so nice. Okay, and I see Heather, Antique Agenda. That is headed your way, Heather. That is a great pickup. Let's see here. Okay, Heather.
See, anytime I think of Ajax, I just keep thinking of the dish soap.
It does remind you of the dish soap. Yep, I can still see the little squirty tips on those bottles. Okay. Agenda. That is headed your way. All right.
Squirty tips.
Yeah, I knew. After I said that, I thought, oh, Vinny's going to have a field day with this.
Well, congrats, Heather. It's really cool.
It is, Heather. You're going to love that. Okay, my next item is a pair of pencil boxes, and I think these have some really great graphics on them, and they still have the pencils inside. At least this one does. This is Eagle turquoise drawing pencils, electronic graphite for
Oh, look at
fine
those
point
graphics.
strings. And look at the graphics. I love the font on the eagle. And then the word turquoise is everything. And it's this bronzy color with the turquoise. And then the little stars on the side are just wonderful. And then you have another eagle graphic here, which I love. So this is great. And then inside, this pulls out and you get all of the little pencils. Some are sharpened, some are not. So I think this is a fantastic box. So you're going to get this packaging here. And then this does not have any pencils inside, but I just love the imagery on here. Dixon's El Dorado. And the graphics are wonderful. It's the incredible copying pencil. So I think some of these were for drafting. And then you've got the big pencil image on the top with all of these multicolored bands, which I love. So the red and then that kind of dusty rose pink and the yellow. You get 1 dozen of these, but they're not inside. So this one is empty. And then they do open like that for easy access. So this is a really cool box. So you're getting both of these boxes. This one still is completely full of pencils, and they would look great in an office display or flat lays, or just if you have a collection of drafting things. I just love old packaging to death. So you will be getting both of these. Let's see here. The pencil boxes. You'll be getting both for $18, and that is just $9 a box. And if you would like these pencil boxes, they can be yours by giving me number 24, $18, number 24 for the incredible lot of pencil boxes, which I think the graphics are everything on these. That font is amazing.
That eagle one is really, really cool.
The eagle is just everything. Okay, wonderful. Let's see. I see some people. Yes, it's great, Nick, for Vintage Stationery Sunday. So I'm doing a series of postings on Instagram with Nick, who's in the chat. And of course, all of you guys that are buying these industrial things, it would be cool if you join in on them. We've been taking photographs of some of our favorite industrial things and having different themes every day. So this would be great for our Vintage Stationery Sunday. Okay, Isabel, thank you so much. Those are coming your way.
Great
We're gonna
score.
love that.
Sounds like it's getting worse out there. My goodness.
All right, and you
Storm.
are Benny.
Is that 2 already?
That's 2.
Jeez. Time flies when you're having fun.
I do ship from Florida, Marty, and if you buy anything from my jewelry sale this evening, I can also combine.
Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. We're talking to Marty.
No, that's okay.
All right, what is my name? Oh, so this is really cool. I've had this for, I don't think of how long. I've had this for a while. It's been sitting downstairs. So this is an Edison Mazda lamps tin by GE.
In the yellow. Don't see the yellow a lot.
And what I really like about it is the old General Electric logo on the side here.
I love that so much.
Colors are just great. So it does open, but as you can see, it's worn because it's older. I'm not sure what or how old it is. So we've got AC CO15A, but no date. But it's definitely up there in age, and it's just a really cool piece to display. And if you would be interested in this tin tonight, it is $12, number 13. $12, number 13 for the Edison Mazda lamps tin.
That's a great tin, and you don't see the yellow.
Such a cool piece. All right, Lori Perry, thank you so much. It is yours. All righty. And my next item is actually going to be for 2. I've got 2 older Pyrex measuring cups. So we've got this one here, which is for 1 cup. And then this one is the 2 cup one. So there are no cracks or chips on, is that a slight, well, maybe a slight little chip on the rim here, but not anything like too big. Take my tag off here real quick. I do want to note that it is a little bit worn. It's probably going to be hard to see, but some of the red paint has come off a little bit. But this is older Pyrex. I don't know if it's going to show up real well on the camera, but that is maybe it's better if I show it back this way. You can see it's the older fonted Pyrex. And that's on both pieces. So you can see it on this one too. So for the 2 Pyrex pieces, oh, by the way, this one also has some light wear, but it would look so cool in a Hoosier, or even if you like to use these, they're great to have. So for the set of 2, and yeah, this one's got some slight little dings on it because it's, it's older glass, not sharp chips, but like minor chips, little minor. If you would like the set of 2, again, 1 cup and 2 cup measuring cups. Yep, that's exactly right, Linda. They were used and loved. That's exactly how old things should be. So for the set of 2, it's going to be $15, and it's number 20. $15, number 20 for the 2 measuring cups by Pyrex.
I tell you, those are so handy. You can put them in the microwave and heat and melt chocolate. You can use them for all kinds of things. I mean, good Pyrex thing that's vintage and sturdy is worth its weight in gold.
Absolutely. I wish it would say what year they were from. They do say made in U.S., household and photographic use only.
You think 1950s?
I'm not sure, but that if it's that they're that old, but I want to say based on this font right here. Right there.
That kind of old Pyrex logo.
Yeah, definitely. And they're just cool to display or to use.
Mm-hmm.
So we will do a recap of items that did not sell at the end of the show. So if there's something you changed your mind on, you can always let us know. So those were my 2. Katie, is back to you.
All right. Well, this next 10 is one of my favorites. And actually, Vinny pointed out before the sale, he goes, I can't believe you're selling that. And I said, I know. I've had this for a while because I've kind of wanted to keep it. And then I thought, no, I have to share its amazingness with the world. And this is a harder to find 10. And whoever gets this is getting an incredible deal tonight because I was able to find it at a great deal. And I just love the graphics on this. This is a hospital adhesive plaster bandage 10. And the graphics are to die for. It is red with that incredible font. You have the nurse and then the man. I believe that this is probably from the 1940s. And on this side, you have a soldier-looking doctor man with a mask. And then on the other side, you have a nurse. So the graphics really do go all the way around. It does not have a zip code, so it's definitely before 1963. It says suitable for repairing sporting equipment and household articles, recommended for all medical and surgical purposes. And I mean, it does show some wear on this side, but the other side is in really pretty good condition for its age. And then it's a little hard to open up, so I'm not going to do that on camera, but you can get this open. But I think in a bathroom, this is just, I got it upside down, incredible. You can display it this way and have the graphics facing out and use this as a riser for an old medicine bottle. You could put this in, I keep saying flat lays because I think they're perfect for it. But I mean, the graphics are just wonderful on this. And it is an older 10 in really nice condition for its age. It does have wear, but it is fabulous. And this one, if you do some research on it, it is not an easy common 10 to find. Obviously, you can tell that by just how great the graphics are. So I love the nurse imagery on here in the font. This one can be yours for just $12 by giving me number 28. $12, number 28 for the incredible hospital adhesive plaster tin. And if you have a whole collection of bandage tins or any type of bathroom type items, this is great for it. It's just really wonderful. Let's see. Nick says, consider using them for vases for his ruler bouquet. Ooh, that sounds fun. Okay, and I see a couple of people, and Old Hadley Vintage is scoring that. Wonderful grab.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Now, Old Hadley, you said, is Jeffrey, right?
Yep, Jeffrey Reed.
Yep, Jeffrey Reed. There we go. Sometimes I can't remember the name changes, but Jeffrey.
Oh, me neither.
It's a great tin, really special.
It really is.
Wonderful. Thank you, Old Hadley, and my email's right here if you need it.
It's in the description box, too, if anybody needs to copy and paste it.
Thank you, Vinny. I know my email's confusing. This next packaging item, we'll call it, is 3 inches in size. So it's a good little display size to tuck in a vignette or a corner. And actually, this is another one I've had for a while because I have an affinity for things with suns, moons, globes, that kind of thing on it. And so I've kept this for a while, but I have to share it with the world. It is too cool. It is in its original packaging. It is Rising Sun Stove Polish. Look at the imagery and the font on here. It's just drool-worthy, I'm telling you. And it's sealed up. No one's ever used it. There's a little bit of wear, you can see to the packaging, but the stove polish is still in here. I love that it says number 6 half-size cake. So I'm guessing you could get a larger size because it says ask your dealer for a large or full-size cake containing more than twice as much polish. So I don't know, if you would wet this and then the polish would become, liquidy, or if you actually rub this on the stove. There are directions, so I'm sure it would tell you. But I think the packaging is wonderful. And in a little kitchen vignette, this would just be amazing. And a huge Hoosier cabinet also, I could definitely see this fitting right in. But the orangey black graphics are wonderful for Halloween coming up, along with that font and fall and all the wonderful autumn colors. I think this is really fabulous. So this is new, old stock. It's never been used. And this packaging piece, which is just amazing, can be yours. If I can find it here on my list. Sorry, folks, just a moment. Can be yours for just $12 by giving me number 30. $12, number 30 for the Rising Sun Stove Polish. The graphics are great. I even love the little stripe around the side. I think that's just everything. Okay, and I see a couple of folks here, and it looks like that's going to Lori Perry. Congrats, guys.
Way to go.
All right, that is headed your way. Wonderful. Back to you, Vinny.
Did I even gather my other item? All right, so let me go ahead. All right, so running along with some kitchen themed items here. Price off it here. Had this for a little bit. I thought it was really cool. This is it's called a roast tender automatic roasting thermostat. I love the blue box and I love the font of the lettering on here. It is in here. I would say that something like this probably works a whole lot better than some of the stuff that they make nowadays.
Oh, yes. Way more accurate, I bet.
So it does have some, old school, like, I don't know what that is, like buildup of something. But it is present and accounted for if you wanted to just have it for display in an old kitchen. Where did the box go? So this was made by, let's see who this was made by. So it was a product of General Controls. So I guess that's who this was made by. So it says on here, important, do not immerse your roast tender in water. Clean with damp cloth only. To ensure accuracy of control, use care not to drop your roast tender. Good advice. So if you would like the really cool roast tender thermostat, roasting thermostat in its box, this is going to be $10 and it's number 17. $10, number 17 for the Roast Master thermostat. $10, number 17. And Lori, I see you for that. Thank you very much. It is yours.
That's a great grab, Lori. The graphics on that box are so fun.
They are. Fantastic piece. Oh, so this is really cool, and I know that this definitely has some age. Take my tag off of here real quick. So this is a syrup dispenser. Oh, it is etched. It says, does it say bribe cut? Drip cut? It's shiny, so I can't really make out what it says. Drip cut. So it says Federal Housewares, Nibot Corporation. Here's the bottom. Here's what it looks like.
Oh, I love the handle. Is that Bakelite?
It is.
Oh, that's neat.
It is a little bit worn because, of course, this is much older. But it would still display nicely on a Hoosier or anything like that. So here's the inside. Hey, Jeffrey, how are you tonight?
Hi, Jeffrey.
Okay. So there are no cracks or chips. There is some wear right to the top here, like right there, because this is an older piece. You got the Bakelite handle, ooh, actually, which unscrews. Interesting. I'm just learning about that right now. Probably for it needing to be cleaned, I assume. So if you would like the syrup dispenser that was made by Federal Housewares in Chicago, the Nibot Corporation, this is going to be, does that have a year? No. This is going to be $12 and it's number 9. $12, number 9. Hi, Buying Space.
Hi, Myra.
$12, number 9 for the syrup dispenser made by the Federal Housewares company, the Nibot, maybe it's the Nibot Corporation. Maybe that's what it's trying to say.
Word to say.
Nibot. Make out what that says. That's going to drive me crazy. It looks like it says drip cut.
Maybe because it cuts the drip when you press the thing back.
Maybe. That does make sense. All right, and those were my 2. So we'll go ahead and get back to
Candy
you.
corn, Jeffrey, and that would be really cool for a display.
Yeah, you could, absolutely.
Okay, so my next item is fun, and this is a vintage mid-century owl plaque, which I just love. It is 9 inches in size. It is signed. And what I thought was so cool about this is made from old nails and then little washers. And I don't know exactly how they've done this, but I think the coloring on these nails that kind of look iridized and worn is just fantastic. It is metal, and then the plaque itself is wood. And of course, it's got a hanger already for you. Someone has figured out how they want to do this. You can change this if you like, but it's definitely a really neat little thing to add to a display in a gallery wall. It is signed, although I cannot quite make out the signature. So I'm not sure on the research behind this piece because of the signature I could not find. But it is a really neat mid-century kind of bohemian industrial look all rolled into one. And I love that these were nails and washers that put this together. It's very clever in its design. And then it really pops on this black stained wood here. That's just amazing. So this is a good size 8 inches by 4 inches. So if you want to stick this into a gallery wall, it really adds some dimensionality to your displays, and it's just very fun, kind of kitschy, kind of industrial, all the things rolled into one that we love. So this owl plaque can be yours for $15 by giving me number 31. 15 number 31 for this owl plaque, which I just adore. When I found this, I thought, oh, this is so cool, and I must bring this to an industrial sale.
That is very neat. I've never seen anything like that before.
Oh, and to me, I mean, how clever to take 3 nails and make the top of the owl, and then the feathers, and then the branch. I mean, very, very cool. Okay, and yeah, very brutalist too. That's got a brutalist look for sure. Nick, oh, that's great. That's coming to you. Nick collects owls, so that is a perfect thing for Nick.
Oh, that's awesome. Very cool piece. I bet he won't have one like that.
No, and that will be great in your flat lays, Nick.
Very much so.
Okay. Now, my next item, I actually just picked this up with Jeffrey at an estate sale here in town. We went to this estate sale that had radios and microphones and all kinds of vintage RCA things galore. It was amazing, and I was in hog heaven. So I picked up 2 reference guides, and this is an RCA reference book from 1964, and I have marked a few pages because there's some really awesome graphics in here. This one is from 1964, as I mentioned, and it's specifically for the Hollywood Radio and Electronics Corporation out of Hollywood, California, which I think makes that extra cool, right? From Hollywood. And then on the inside, you've got your identification. So I guess they didn't want people to lose this book, so you could actually write your name and all your information in it. And then they have everything in here that you could ever want to know about, let's see, interchangeable industrial tubes, every model number, size, charts. The charts are really cool. Now, I'm not going to pretend that I understand any of the information in this book because I do not. My grandfather would have. He was an electrical engineer and had the radio station, so he would have known how all of this worked. But voltage amplifiers are in here. But what's really cool to me is the back of this book. So the front obviously has some really great mid-century graphics, but inside they have a whole list of RCA microphones and images. Is that not just dreamy? That is just too cool. And then you can go forward, and they have even more items that they offered. One of which I love. They have oscilloscopes in here, which for all of my vintage audio nerds, you guys will love that. That measures sound waves. So a lot of audio people, here's some oscilloscopes, will have this hooked up to their turntable so they can see what the audio waves are doing as they're listening to vinyl, which is very cool. I actually want one of these machines. But there's a ton of vintage imagery in here. There's a full calendar in the back that has never been used. Of course, you can figure out when you can use this again. But the graphics, everything, there's even a little address book in the back. I mean, what doesn't this little reference guide have? It's so fun to flip through, and the imagery are just great in here. So this reference guide can be yours for just $12 by giving me number 45. Telefunken 247 in there. Well, I don't know how to look that up, but I will see. There's some more RCA pieces. I don't know. There's semiconductor devices. I don't see an index, so I'm not sure. Oh, there's some RCA batteries. Look at that imagery. I'm not 100% sure, Myra. I'm sorry, I don't know how to look that up, but this is very neat, and I see it is going to Robert back in the day finds. Congratulations, Robert. That's a great goal. Okay, let's see. Where is that? And it's back to you, Vinny.
All right. Did I even get my stuff ready? No, I did not.
I mesmerized you with the book.
We'll do this, and we will do this. I think this is good. All right, let me go ahead and switch myself back over. All right, so this is a really cool piece, you guys. So this is I think it's John E. It's supposed to be a lighter. It's like a lighter hand warmer thing. I actually have it with me. I wanted to show you all the pamphlet. It's got the original carrying bag with it. And here is the actual item itself. Looks like. And I want to say that this is actually unused because if you look at the film or the flint, is that what you want to call that? Or what do you call this? Is that the flint?
Like flint, yeah.
Okay, so I did get that right. And it looks like it's been unused. I mean, it's got a little bit of wear and tear because of age, but it looks like it's never been used at all. And it says on the bottom, Joan E. hand warmer, patented 1960, Aladdin Manufacturing Company in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So that's when this is from, 1960. Oh, your sister had one of these, Marty. No way. Yep, the filament, the wick, the mantle.
The pink color is great on that.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's a really cool piece. Like I said, it does have some, I think that might come off. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to take any chances with that. So it's here. It's in the original packaging. The case, of course, does have some dirt and scuffs and such from age. If you would like this piece with the original pamphlet and everything, which I think would look great in a Halloween display to begin with, this is going to be $15 and it's number 12. $15, number 12 for the 1960 Joan E. hand warmer / lighter with the original plastic casing and the construction pamphlet.
That sun graphic guy is fun. He's very
I know. It's red. It's almost like a reddish orange color.
Yeah, he is just great. I love when things still have their instructions.
Me too. I love this piece. I thought it was super cool.
And the pink color's neat on it too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so the next item I thought would be really cool. Oh, Val takes that. Thank you, Val. It is yours. All right. Let's make sure I don't knock anything over. So I bought these a while ago, and I said I wanted to keep them, but I was like, you know what? I think somebody else needs to enjoy them. These are shoe size indicator by the Knapp brothers. They're from about 1950. Here's what they look like. Well, that's not really doing it justice. So it looks like this. So this one was for men and boys. Oh, nope, Marty, don't you worry about a thing. You are here to enjoy the vintage. Of course, I'm here to sell, but I'm also happy to be able to interact with everyone and everyone to be able to reminisce about things from yesteryear. So no worries about if you're unable to purchase anything. I like having you all here, so don't worry about that at all. So this one is for women's also, and this one actually has the copyright date of 1950 on it.
That's cool.
So I'm selling both of these together. You're going to get both of them for one price. I'm actually, believe it or not, going to sell them to you all for what I paid for them. So you all are going to get a steal of a deal. I do want to note that the metal is scratched in some place. So just be aware of that. These are older.
It was used. Someone actually sized for their school shoes in that.
They did. And if you would like both of these pieces, again, they're from about 1950. Well, one of them does say 1950 on them. Hi, Christy. How are you tonight?
Hi, Christy.
So you're going to get both of these pieces for $20, and it's number 14. $20, number 14 for the shoe size indicators from 1950. These would be great to hang on the wall or Heck, if you really wanted to use them, like if you have a shoe shop or you have like a vintage clothing store, these would be great for that if you want to use old authentic pieces. So it's $20 for the set, number 14, if you're interested.
I love those. I mean, I remember as a kid going to the shoe department inside Dillard's. Grandma would take us and they would measure our feet, not in exactly that same thing. The ones we had were more round and metal, and then they had the little sizer on the side that would come in. But I still remember putting my foot in those and getting sized.
Me too.
That was
I
kind of
remember going to Payless and getting that done.
Oh yeah, Payless had those too, and they'd always have them under the benches with the little mirrors on the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Marty says that he's got a wooden shoe sizer. That's awesome.
Oh, that's really cool, Marty. Those are neat. I'd even, I'm a big believer in decorating your closet because you do spend a lot of time in there, and why not? And those would be really cool in a closet space too.
Absolutely. So those were my two this round, and back to you.
All right. Well, up first, I've got another really cool lot of packaging. I can't help myself when I see these boot creams. I think they are the coolest thing. And I was really lucky to get these at Eco Relics, one of my favorite places to shop in town for industrial stuff. And this is just wonderful. The graphics on this, I think this is from about 1950. It is Hollywood Sani Boot and Saddle Cream as advertised in Life magazine. I love the imagery with the boot and the spur and then the saddle. And the cool thing is on this side, you have sexy cowboy and cowboy hat. And then you have your wonderful lady on the other side with her little neckerchief, which I just think the graphics are everything. But not only are you getting this box, look what's inside. Yes, the bottle is still inside and full of boot cream, which is very cool. It still has its paper label, and I love that little kind of checkered diamond pattern on the background of this with the lasso. I think is really great. So you can kind of display this next to this, and you can have this image facing this way, and then this one. I like that they chose to do something completely different on the label. So you've got, little options. I know they weren't thinking about in 50 years we'd be displaying these necessarily, but it works out really nicely that way. So it does have some wear, any old packaging, but this is a harder set to find if you're into the advertising realm and you look this up. You're not going to easily find this particular packaging. So I was really pleased to get this. And along with it, you're also going to get another really cool kitschy boot polish or shoe polish tin from the Good Housekeeping magazine. And this is Scuff Coat by Esquire. This is actually oxblood shoe polish. And I love the little toy soldier on the front. And then there's great graphics all the way around with the circus theme. So you can see how the shoes look good as new. It says, "No work for you, Mom, to make children's shoes look new." And they've got the little elephants, and I love how happy they are with their little balloons, the children marching across. And then on this side, you get the whole circus clown theme. And the graphics great. You got the little lion inside. I just thought this was wonderful. And then, of course, on the inside, even though the top has a little bit of wear, you are getting the full thing with the embossed bottle, and the diamond texture on the back is really cool. And then you've got that amazing yellow and black lid. And then with this, which just kind of took a little tumble on the floor, sorry about that, folks, you're getting another little applicator. So all of this comes together, and I think it's a great little lot. These are wonderful pieces to display if you have kind of a tin cabinet that you display things in, or on a shelf. They just look so good next to one another. So you're going to get the whole set here for these two, little instant collection, if you will, for $20. Again, they have the bottles inside for number 32. Number 32, $20 if you guys are interested in this. And I tell you, the graphics are just everything on these pieces of packaging. I love them.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Even this, Like it says Sani Boot Cream with the little lasso rope. What a great font.
Right?
Yes. Okay, Lori Perry, that is headed your way. That one does look like a bottle of Yoo-hoo, Jeffrey. That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. Baby
Yeah.
bottle of Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo. That's classic. Okay. Lori, that is headed your way. Excellent.
Way to go, Lori.
Yeah, I really liked those. Okay. My next item is something completely different from the advertising world, but it is industrial. And I picked this up at the place that I got my latest stained glass panels. If you guys have seen those on Instagram, it is a salvage yard on the edge of town. And you have to go through all these old kind of worn down buildings. You never know what you're going to find, and you got to dig through stuff. I call it the place with the mid-century toilets because when you drive up, they've got a police car, a giant circus elephant prop, and then all of these like mid-century colored toilets in every color imaginable. So it's a really cool place. It's an old wrecking company, and they salvage stuff from old buildings all around Jacksonville and preserve their history. And when I saw these, I thought they were so cool. So this came, I think, off of a fence post, and I actually was able to get several of these. And I only have one other one left, guys. So this is all I've got. But I think it is absolutely amazing. And I love the wear on this because I think that's what makes this piece. And my initial thought with this is someone really creative could turn this into the most awesome lamp because it has a hole all the way through the top. So you can easily run a lamp cord right through and then have your shade and your bulb sticking up through it. And it's this wonderful little angel figurine with, of course, this yummy patina and ware. You could polish her up if you wanted to. She's got a bird. And then the cool thing is she's riding on these waves that look very deco to me. And I just think she's great. She's got all this chippy wear all the way around. Ooh, little naked cherub. But she's wonderful. And I just think that this is a really cool piece no one else is going to have. And if you have the right place for it, it's just awesome. She is 12 inches, so she's a good height. You could set her up in a display too, because if she's tall enough, no one's going to see the hole. But you could also put something on top of her if you wanted to as well. She's just really fantastic. She is solid brass, and she's got, all of the patina, which I just love. But the waves to me are just everything. So if you are interested in her, she is going to be $25 and number 48. Number 48, $25. And she is just really, really cool. Look at the detail to her hair. Amazing. Yeah, poor Jeffrey. He went with me and he fell through the floor in one of the buildings.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it is one of those places that you never know what you're going to get. But I should have told Jeffrey to wear not flip-flops, and I forgot.
That would be me too. I would have probably worn flip-flops or Crocs or something to a place like that, and I'd be like, this probably wasn't the smartest idea in Marvel.
Yeah.
Wear those tennis shoes.
Yeah, tennis shoes and long pants for that place. But it's a really neat place. It's warm, and it's kind of a little bit, they need to do some fixing up.
But I bet it's one heck of a fun place to dig, though.
Yeah, so my mom actually got one of these, and she has this in her house. I bought all the ones they had, and she's put this with her pottery and other vintage displays, and it looks really great.
She says it makes her feel like she's in an Italian garden.
Yeah, it does have that kind of look too. So, okay, we'll bring this back at the end if anyone's interested in it. It is a very specific thing, but it's so cool. And those are my 2 items.
Those were 2? All right.
Oh, Jeffrey's fine. He healed up just beautifully, but yes.
Oh, okay. So I got these are my first. All right, so these are going to be a choice for whichever one you prefer. They are moth crystal tins, So this one is a golden key moth crystals. This is a can. Oh, I can take my tag off. So it says it's tested and approved by Grace King. So what I really like about these, especially this one, hi Dooley F, welcome aboard and thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it. So what I thought somebody could do with old tins like this is if you have an art studio, you could put your paintbrushes in here, or if you find like a nice little lining, you could maybe put some flowers in here. So many cool ideas for this. So that's this one. Do expect wear and tear because this is an old piece. As well as this one. This is Dill's Perfumed Odorol Vaporizing Crystals.
Look at the graphics on that.
I know. And what's nice about these is they're very neutral with their color, so you could have them out all year round.
Yes.
This one does have the lid on it. So this one is complete. So this one was made by the Dill Company, which was in Norristown, PA. I'm not sure if they're still there now, but that's where they were back in the day. I will tell you this. I did buy a separate Moth tin, and it had some of it still in it. And my silly self opened it up to get rid of them, and it made the room that I was in smell like mothballs. And oh my God, it smelled so bad. I was so worried that the toxins from the moth crystals were going to like go up into the vents and we were going to inhale it all. So I went I was working one day and I got one of those like room, those little room freshener thingies that come in a jar and they smell like lemon or something like that. They come in like the little gel balls too. So I got one, and since it was in the basement, thankfully, I went and opened it up real quick and put it in the basement. And thankfully, the smell didn't travel just out, in that room. Exactly right. No moths were present. Hi, Dee.
Hi, Dee.
Alrighty. So these are going to be $10 each. I've tried a new system of numbering with these regarding how I do it. So instead of saying a number for both, I decided to go ahead and just number them individually. So if you would like the one that has no lid on it and you could use for paintbrushes and such, this one, this is the Golden Key Moth Crystals, is $10, number 6. And the Perfumed Odorol Vaporizing Crystals is going to be number 15. So they're $10 each, number 15 for Perfumed Odorol, and then the Golden Key Moth Crystals is number 6 for $10.
Those are
very cool pieces.
I love the kind of wave design on the bottom of the Golden Key. And I think Golden Key, I could be wrong because I have Golden Key coffee and Golden Key sewing machine oil. I think they eventually were sold as like a AMP house brand. Yeah, I mean, they started, the Great American Tea Company. So they were out of New York. They started doing tea, and then they ended up forming into, I think, A&P grocery stores, and that was their house brand. I researched all that a while ago. I could be wrong, but I think that's story.
Right. Well, I think that that's really cool. And like I said, great for your paintbrushes, or, if you have matches, these would be great for matches, the tall tins for that. And they just make really cool display pieces. That was my first group of items. Now this next tin that I'm going to share with you all is really cool. At least I thought it was when I found it. And this is for boiler water treatment. It's Colco.
Oh, look at the seal. Oh, that's amazing, Benny.
Now the label on it is in pretty good condition overall. But it is, it's older, so you have to kind of forgive it a little bit. I have no idea how old it is because there is no name on it. It's from Everett, Massachusetts by the Coleman Company. But I loved that seal on the front.
That is wonderful.
I think this would be really cool in a Halloween display. I mean, you could, here's the inside. It is a little bit rusted and such, but I think you could do like an assemblage in here.
Mm-hmm.
Something along those lines because of that's orange, blue, and white. So I think that's a really good color combo for Halloween.
Make it a witch's cauldron, you know?
Yeah, there you go.
Set up some things around it. I don't know. That's just too cool. You're
Absolutely, Brooke. Absolutely. I think somebody, if you did there's so many things you can do with old pieces, and they don't have to be just standard or on display. You can use them, like the paintbrushes or the matches or even the flower pots or flowers on a dining room table.
Is that a paper label or is it a?
It's paper, because look, there's a huge rip right here on that side.
That's incredible that has survived.
Right, even amid all the rust and everything.
Oh,
so this piece, I think, would be awesome in a display. And if you are interested in it, it is going to be $15, and it's number 4. $15, number 4, for the Cocoa boiler water treatment tin.
Gosh, that is fabulous. Whoever gets totally.
Forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Is it Zully or Zuli? Katie, she wants your the cherub that you showed.
Oh, you would like to get the absolutely Zuli? Yes.
And Robert, thank you very much. That is coming to you.
Zuli, that is yours. Zuli, okay.
Zuli, perfect.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
All righty. I think those were my two, so let me go ahead and switch it over to you.
Okay, wow, I'm totally jealous, Robert. You got such a cool thing. And Zuli, I've got you down for that. My email is right here. If you can email me your shipping information and your email for PayPal so I can get that out to you, that would be great. My next item, I actually have 2 of them, and it's the first 2 to claim will get this, and I just love these. I have been obsessed with folding skeleton keys since I was a kid, and I saw them at a flea market my mom took me to, and ever since then I've just been completely fascinated by them. So what I have is 2 of these folding skeleton keys. Now you're probably wondering why they fold. The whole reasoning dates back to the early days of.
You can continue. We'll answer the question after you're done showing.
To the early days of locksmithing. The whole idea kind of behind these folding skeleton keys was a lot of locks back then were longer, so they needed a really long key to go in and unlock the door. But of course, imagine carrying this around would be sort of a pain. So they came up with this idea that these would fold so that you could easily put them into your pants pocket. It also prevented, I've heard this, prevented people from stealing these out of people's pockets because they would kind of feel almost like knives instead of a key. I don't know that's 100% true, but that's what I've always heard about these. So I think they're kind of cool, and they're neat in little displays because you can fold them in different ways, and hang them up. And they're just sort of a really unusual thing. So I have 2 of them now. Both of them have some wear. They are that beautiful, rusty, crusty, dusty that we really love, but they are not pristine. But I think that makes it. The hinges work really well, as you can see on both of them, and I've got 2 of them, so it's the first 2 people to claim these will get one, and I just think they're so awesome. They are great in displays. I have an old Ilko key display that's actually right outside this door that I love hanging things like this on. But if you have any kind of old key hook by your door, this would be a neat little addition to it, add a little vintage touch or antique touch, because these are earlier keys, probably dating back from the 1800s through 1920, I would imagine, would be the era for these. So they're very cool. And they are $12 each. And I've got 2 of them. So $12 each by giving me number 50. $12 each, number 50, if you're interested in the folding skeleton keys, and they are really cool. So I just think they're great.
I'm right up there with Marty. I've never seen those before. I never even knew they existed.
I saw the first one. Like I said, I was at a flea market with my mom when I was a kid. I saw one and I had to have it. And I've just been kind of obsessed with them ever since. Now, you could easily put some WD-40 on these and clean the rust off of them if you want them pristine. But I think that the rust kind of makes them. And of course, they've got the little divot so you can pull them, easily like a knife out of the casing. But they're very cool. So $12 each, number 50 for the 2 skeleton keys. Let's see. Are they for all skeleton keys? So technically, yes, a skeleton key is, if you want to get into the semantics of keys, skeleton keys are basically, I believe, like master keys that would unlock any door. And then you have barrel keys, which have the little hole for various things. I don't know if these were a master key or not. I don't know, but they're very neat. Okay, Old Hadley Vintage. That is coming to you. Would you like one or both? One or both, just let me know. Old Hadley Vintage gets this one.
So we'll wait for him to see, for Jeffrey to say if he wants one or both of them, and then we can
just let me know.
Highlight it so we didn't lose it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, and then Marty says, Vinny, can you or Katie tell me if you know, what do you call that type of lid on those cans? What type of lid?
I think he or she, I forget if it's he or she, so forgive me, Marty. I think he or she means for these types of cans, like the boiler water, or for those Moth tin cans that I just showed.
I don't know what the type of lid would be called. And Myra, I have you for the second one is coming to you. So congratulations, Myra. Okay. You got the second one. Excellent. Okay, my next item is an offer up. Okay. And it's the only offer up I have tonight, but it is for this lot of printer's blocks. You are getting 32 of them. Yes, 32 printer's blocks, and there are a lot of them in here. So I'm just, they're in an old Scrabble box, which I love, but I'm going to show you some of my favorites. This one has a Greek key around the outside, and I'm not sure what all of these were for. I'm assuming these were for newspaper ads that would, anything in print. Of course, they're printer's blocks, but these are slightly newer. I would say probably 70s or later, but they're cool. This one has a guitar on it for, I think it says George's Music Gallery. Love the guitar. I think that's excellent. This one's really cool. They're eagles. Look at that. Look at all the eagles on that one. And they're all varying sizes and designs. So I'm just going to hold a few up. This one's neat too. It says music service and it's got a music note on it. Now you've got some. Oh, I'm sorry. These are starting at $40 for the whole lot.
Oops, I almost messed that up.
And keep in mind there's 32 of them. So you're getting a lot. And these are metal. So you've got some metal stampers. This one says paid and received. So you're also going to get some of these metal stampers as well. This one's cool. It says special delivery. And I just love that font on special. I think is really, really cool. So they're all in here. Some are more seal type like this. There's all manner of these blocks, but that averages out to be just a little less than $1. I think a little more than $1 a piece for all of these. And I'm also throwing in this really cool little domino. He's just an added bonus if you get this lot. But I think this is just amazing. All of these together would make a great, this one's got a choo-choo train on it, I believe. Yeah. So if you do any type of crafting or displaying, this one's great. It has a little doggy. Soft. I love that. Little doggy on him. If you do any type of crafting, these are great for that. They're also, this one's fun. This looks like little Orphan Annie. Little kid. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So if you do crafting, this is great for any of your patriotic displays. You can use these as risers and your vignettes. I mean, the options for all of these are endless. Here's one that has a little globe on it. So I think that's really cool. As I mentioned, there are, oh yes, Earl Grey, please.
And that little thing looks like it belongs on a milk carton.
Yes, it does. The little girl looks like she belongs on a milk carton. So there are 32 of these. So that makes this $1.25 each for all of the blocks, if anyone is interested. And that's okay if you are not. We'll bring this back in another round. But I just think those are really cool. And I usually don't see that many of them all together at one time. So I thought that was kind of neat. Okay. I think that's it. And Zuli, let's see. I believe I just got your information. Let me double check here quickly. Yes, I've got your information. So thank you. I appreciate you. And those are my two.
It's 2 already. My goodness. Went by quick.
Yes, it did.
Okay. So what do I want to do? Okay. So we'll do this. And then I do have a tin. Big old tin for you all. All right. So the first item that I want to share with you all, which I think is really cool, this is a White Lock brand of isopropyl alcohol. I did dump out all the alcohol in it just so that way it made it a little bit easier and a little bit safer for shipping. But I love the font of the lettering for that. And this is, believe it or not, a local piece. It was from Myron Drugs, manufacturing chemists in Baltimore, Maryland.
Thanks.
Hopefully that's clear for everybody to see. Still has the lid. Very cool piece nonetheless. And there's a star on the bottom of the bottle, so I'm not sure who made that, but I think that's a really cool addition to the bottle itself.
The star is great. I don't think you see that very often.
I've never seen it. So that was definitely interesting. And if you would like the White Lock brand isopropyl alcohol, which, by the way, this was 70% by volume back then, it is $12, number 5. $12, number 5 for the White Lock brand alcohol bottle. Show you the front again. I like that little star that's right there.
Yeah, the star with the stripes. I mean, that is just so good.
Love the coloring on that. And then this next piece that I have is a tin. It's a big tin. Hi, KP. How are you tonight?
That. Hi, KP.
So this is Peggy Kellogg's chocolate chip cookies. It was a tin. And I want to say that this was for... Oh, yeah, I was right. This was distributed by Sears and Roebuck. It says Sears and Roebuck right there. Really cool tin. The orange and the blue and the white would look fantastic for Halloween in your kitchen. I do want to note the tin does have its issues. It's scratched and dented and dinged up because, you know, this is older. I want you all to see it. So, of course, you know, expect some age and wear and tear to it. But still a cool piece nonetheless. And even despite all of its cosmetic flaws, it displays real nicely. And this tin, if you're interested, is $12 and it's number 3. $12, number 3 for the chocolate chip cookies tin by Peggy Kellogg, which was for Sears and Roebuck.
That is so cute. The graphics are perfectly mid-century.
I know. I couldn't resist it when I saw it.
Yeah, I would have picked that up too. That's great.
So $12, number 3 for that, if anybody is interested.
That would be cute in a riser too.
Oh, absolutely.
Display.
I don't hang it up. All right. Oh, Leanne Doolin. Thank you. It is yours. And those were mine too. So Katie, it's back to you.
Okay. So this tin now I have next is actually coming out of my personal collection, and I can't believe I'm letting it go, but my tobacco cabinet has gotten a refresh and I've redone some things, and this one I decided, I'm bringing to a sale because it's very cool. It does have a globe on it, which is why I was drawn to it in the first place, and it is a tobacco tin. This is a larger counter display, so this would have held plug tobacco, and it's for World's Navy. Now, this has some wear to it. It is definitely older. It's been around the block for a while, but the graphics are still quite strong on it. I love the silver with the red and the yellow. The graphics go all the way around. I love this U.S. Bright Plug World's Navy. And so any way you display this on the sides, the graphics are going to show up really well. Now on the back, there is some wear. But look at the front with the globes. I just adore this. I think it's everything. And then you've got the naval ship there. So really, really good graphics on this. And what I love is that these are practical items. So you can always hinge the lid open and set them up like this in a display and prop other things on top. Or you can actually clean this on the inside and use this to store things. And I love opening a vintage box or a tin with an item that I use all the time. So for example, I have a dippity-doo jar in my bathroom that I store my Band-Aids and Q-tips in. I open that jar every day and it just brings me a lot of joy. So I don't know what you could put in this. Maybe stationery, note cards. You could do any type of item that you use all the time, even heck, plastic bags. Why not make that experience a little more fun with a vintage tin? So the opportunities for this are endless, and I love this so much. So because of its condition, I've got it priced very reasonably, and it is going to be just $20 if you're interested in this by giving me number 51. $20, number 51 for the World's Navy tobacco tin, and it's a great one.
That's a really cool one.
Yeah, the globes on it are just everything. Okay, and I see that is going to Robert. Thank you so much, Robert. You're gonna love that. That is a really good tin.
Very cool tin.
All right, Robert, that is headed your way. And now my next item is in honor of Vinny, because I know he loves all things ships. And when I saw this tin from the 70s, I thought, ooh, the graphics are too cool on it, and I have to bring it along. And it still has, I love tins that still have, like, you can hear it sloshing around inside. You can hear the liquid. I love that. This is for Tip Top Teak, the finest wood oil. And it's for wood boats or teak wood, which is very
cool.
Yes, and it does have its zip code on the back. So based on the graphics and the fact that it has a zip code, it's definitely after 1963. But I do believe this is probably 1970s. Don't you think, Vinny?
Very much so.
Yeah. But I think it's great. You've got the ship with the birds. You have the wood planks with the little nails. And I love that font. It's absolutely fabulous. It's got graphics all the way around. Now, it's got some rust and wear on it. But, that adds to its kind of worn, rusty, crusty, dusty stuff that we all love. It tells a story, This was actually used, and I just think that's great. So this tin is a good height for a display. I always think about displays and sizes of tins so you can do varying heights and switch things up. And this can be yours for $18 by giving me number 22. $18, number 22 for the really cool Tip Top Teak can, which I think is
really cool.
Excellent. Yeah, it's very cool. And the ship's wheel too is really neat.
And it's a very neutral color, so you can mix it with practically anything.
Oh yeah, it would be great all year round in any display. And if you know a ship captain, this would be great in a beach house or a beach themed space as well.
The beach house that I think everybody has.
Yes. Gilligan's Island. Yes, it is so.
Yeah, there you go. Gilligan's Island.
I was thinking that too. Around a tiki bar would be really cool. In the tiki room, in the tiki room. Okay. I won't subject you to my terrible singing. That's my 2 items.
That was 2 already? My gosh. All right. So this is really cool. I spotted this. I think I've had this for several months. And well, first let me show you all the box. The box is really cool. It's called a tip switch. It was a remote control for television, radio, and appliances. Kind of like the switches that we have for today for all that kind of stuff. Oh, thank you, Leanne. So again, here's the front of the box. Well, what initially attracted me to this was what the actual item is. Oops, let me take my my price tag off of here because I didn't want to stick it to the box. So I think they taped this up or something. Yeah, I think this is either an adhesive or something along those lines. But look, it's in the shape of a die.
Oh, that's so cool.
Isn't that neat? This is what drew me to it. So it says it was made by the United Typewriter Company in Washington, D.C. It does have a 5-digit zip code, so it's after 1963. But how neat is that? And I don't think it was ever used, but somebody did kindly tape up the cord and everything, so that way it was not all messed up, because this is a very long cord. So this is kind of like what we have today with the, because I just bought them for my old lamps in my room. And you have a little remote control to kind of control what goes on, what goes off. I think that's what this was originally for. So like I said, I loved the box. And then when I opened it up and saw that it was in the shape of a die, I thought that was so stinking cool. And I'm not sure that this would work today. I maybe it would, because that stuff usually lasts a lot longer than what we have nowadays. But I just thought it was really cool. It does have a little bit of like a old basement smell, like old garage smell. So just wanted to warn you of that.
Reminds me of my grandparents' house.
Right. And it's a 20-foot cord, so no wonder they taped it up. So if you are interested in the tip switch in the shape of a die, it's going to be $15, and it's number 10. $15, number 10 for the tip switch in the shape of a die, probably from the mid to late 60s. I think it's such a cool piece. I've never seen anything quite like it before. And how cool would that be to use? It looks like it goes to Val. Thank you very much, Val. It is yours. The box is so cool. Okay. So my next item, it's a little bit beat up, but I got it for a really good price, so I can offer 2 off for a very good price. It's an OXO Cubes tin.
Oh, I love those. They've got great graphics.
I don't know if this is affiliated with the OXO products that we know of today. Like that really...
So
it's not? Okay.
I researched it one time because I was curious too, and the guy that started it, it was more modern. His grandmother had arthritis, and she couldn't hold a lot of the cooking utensils, and they're from Italy, so they're really big on like cooking, and that's why he started making these more padded, easier, comfortable utensils for his grandmother. So I think it's more recent.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. So it says inside, it says, an OXO cube mixed with hot milk or milk and water makes a delicious health-giving drink. Children enjoy OXO and milk for breakfast, lunch, and supper and thrive on it. And it says there were 6 in here. Sole manufacturers, OXO limited by appointment to HM the King. Concentrated energy of beef.
Energy of beef.
That's, I mean, if you don't believe me, that's what it says.
These old tins are great.
Oh, and let me read what it says on the bottom. Let me take my tag off real quick.
I'm guessing it had like those broth cubes in it, you know?
Yeah, like beef bouillon, something like that.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah,
So
I assessed that.
it says directions, but it's kind of faded, so I'm not really able to read it all that well. I can see OXO really well, but the rest of it is kind of history. Can't really read it out loud. But anywho, I got this for a really good price, and you all can have it for a good price. It's $4, number 16. $4, number 16 for the OXO Cubes tin. I love the wear and tear to this because this is true wear and tear. It's not like that faux stuff that they make with all the furniture and everything like that today. Like this is true, authentic, old wear.
I cannot stand I'm just going to say I cannot stand furniture that has been made to look old. Now, if that's what you have and you like, go for it. I am all about true, authentic antiques and originals. And so that's just what I like in life. But I can't stand all that chippy wear. I like the stuff like this.
Like, sorry, Hobby Lobby. We like the true old rusty, crusty stuff.
Hobby Lobby makes my eyes roll when I go in and I see all that industrial stuff, like with the fake plastic looking pipes that they try to make look, and this Coca-Cola reproduction signs. Oh, don't even get me on that train.
So those are mine too.
Okay, so my next item is also sort of in honor of Vinny, and it is fun. I've never been able to bring a true older original Coca-Cola tray to a sale, and so I thought this was a perfect sale to bring it to. And this is from 1943. Yes. Yeah, no, 1940. Sorry, I misread my note here. And it is the Fishing Girl tray, which I just love. Now, she's been around the block a little bit, just talking about that chippy ware that we love. She's definitely been used, and she is advertising fountain sales. No, bottle sales. Sorry, I can't see today. She's got a bottle in her hand, and this is a true Coca-Cola serving tray. And I love this piece. It is original. It has the Coca-Cola trademark and the swerve of the C. And on the bottom, it has the Coca-Cola Company, 1940. And then it's hard to see, but it does say American Artworks, Inc., Coshocton, Ohio, made in the USA. And I have gone ahead and attached one of my famous adhesive plate hangers to the back from the Flatiron Disc Company. So it is ready to hang right on the wall. I usually don't do that, but a lot of you guys ask me how I hang my trays, and this is exactly how I do it. So I thought that would be kind of a perfect little addition where it's all ready to go and add to your gallery walls and displays. I love the graphics on her. She is so good, and she is Coca-Cola. And one of the things about these trays that I love, particularly the ones they did with this kind of cool metal stripe around the side, is it just has that perfect vintage look. It looks so cool with the red, iconic, very iconic. So this tray, because of its condition, is going to be a steal of a deal. This would be an amazing placeholder. If you've started collecting trays and you don't have this one yet, you can put this in your collection until you find one that's in a little bit better condition. Mine in my collection, well, it's up there. I don't know if I can get the screen high enough for you guys to see it, but I do have this one. So you can have one just like me. It is going to be just $15. $15, which is a great price for a Coca-Cola original. And it's number 60. $15, number 60 for the Coca-Cola Fishing Girl. She's amazing.
That's a steal for one of those. I mean, we've seen them in antique stores for way more than what they sell for online.
Oh, yeah. I just saw one at an antique mall that was in worse shape than that for $156 or something crazy like that. So yeah, they're getting harder to find. Lori Perry, that is coming to you. You're gonna love that, Lori.
And heck, they're good sturdy trays anyway. I mean, if they're all messed up already, use them.
Yeah, use them.
Serve Coke on them. Serve drinks on them. That's what they were originally intended for.
There's mine all the way up top. It's hard to see, but there she is.
Mine are all packed away in storage. I just need to get those adhesive things on there and put them up on the wall.
You do. Those adhesive things are so great, and they're wonderful for the trays. They don't damage. I really enjoy those. Okay, my next item is, it's so funny because Vinny, you brought one of these in the coolest color I've ever seen, and then I have one too, but not in the yellow. I have the blue. So if you got the yellow and you're looking for a mate and you want to collect them all, well, here we go. We got the Mazda Careless Spare Otto lamps 10, and again, like Vinny mentioned with his yellow one, I love the GE logo on the side. That is absolutely everything. It is in this blue and cream color. And the neat thing about this one is, if I can get it open here, which I had it open earlier. There we go. It still has the Otto lamps inside.
Oh, how cool.
So that I thought was really cool. That's what sold me on this 10. And if I don't know if I can get these out. You'll just have to take my word. There's more in here inside. But this is a really great 10, and the graphics are wonderful. You can display it this way, but I actually have a few of these in my displays where I just stack them on their side like this and then put another 10 on top because you can see the GE logo from the side. So great graphics all the way around. Carry Mazda for safety's sake. I love that. Spare lamps. Really, really good graphics on this and nice condition for its age. And this little Mazda 10 with the lamps can be yours for a steal of a deal for just $20. $20, number 58 for the National Mazda Auto Lamps 10. And the fact that it has all of its light bulbs inside is really amazing.
I love the combination of the white and the green, or white and the green, white and the blue.
Yeah, I think that's neat too.
You just can't go wrong with that.
No, you cannot. Robert, congrats. That is headed to you. Sorry, Nick. Hopefully we'll have something else that you love just as much.
I think they just got an instant collection. Robert and Lori, they got mine, now they got yours.
Yep, you got a perfect instant collection on that. Okay, let's see. Where did that go? There we go. That is going to Robert and Lori. Wonderful. You guys are going to love that 10. It is great. Yep, instant collection. I love that. All right, and those are my two. Vinny, back to you.
Okay. So, let's see what I have. All right, where is next go around? So I have a lot of 3 different tins here. So 2 of them are typewriter ribbon tins in honor of Katie. So we've got this one, Secretarial Curtis Young.
Oh, I love the graphics on that.
The silver and the red. And then this one is Hub brand ribbons.
Oh, I love the graphics on that. Ooh.
I love the silver, the white, and the blue. I just thought that was really cool.
And the kind of sunbursty. Oh, that's just neat.
Absolutely. They open. There's what that one looks like on the inside.
Are any of them marked on the sides? Does it say around the base of the 10? Does it say DG? Did Decorated Metal make those?
I don't see anything that I'm aware of. Yeah, I don't see DG anywhere on here.
On the lip, like under the lid?
Let's see. Nope, I don't see anything.
Okay. Well, it's always fun to check.
Because you never know, right?
You never know.
Oh, thank you, Deb. So you got that one. And then this one, this is for Kester radio solder.
Oh, That's cool.
And this one, does it have a year on it? That's the one thing that gets me is some of this stuff just doesn't have a year on it, so you have to take a guess as to when it could possibly have been made.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to guess.
So this one says plastic rosin filled on the side, so that's kind of cool. Not gonna show. Maybe not because of the light. There we go, kind of. Plastic rosin filled. But that's kind of cool. So I'm selling all 3 of these together in one lot. So you can get a little instant collection going. For the 3 of these tins, it's $15 and it's number 11. $15, number 11 for the 3 tins. So that's $5 each, which I think is a steal of a deal.
Especially for that Hub brand. That is gorgeous, y'all.
That's a really, really cool one.
That's a good one.
Hub brand ribbons.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's 15 for all 3. Again, instant collection.
Yeah, and that Hub brand alone would be that price. So, y'all, that's a great deal. Don't see the Hubs too often. That radio solder is cool, too.
I know. I saw it and I was like, that is just the neatest thing.
I love the banner that says radio. That's just a great graphic.
I know. How cool would that be for Halloween, too?
Yeah, see, I love the black and red along with the orange and black. I think that's a good combination.
Absolutely. What else do I? Oh. Actually, let's do, since it's on my mind right now, since it's another combo. So I found both of these in 2 different antique malls. I forgot to take the tag off of this one. So these would be fantastic for Halloween. So we've got Black Flag insect spray. Kills mosquitoes, flies, and moths.
That's a good one.
So we've got the tin that holds the actual insect spray. But at another antique mall, I also found the sprayer to go with it.
I
Oh,
love those.
I didn't even show the price that early. Whoops. I forgot that was on there. But yeah, really cool. This would be so great for Halloween.
It would be cool to have a collection of those sprayers and mount them on the wall.
Absolutely. The orange and the black and the silver just are so great together for Halloween.
Yeah, that is just neat.
So they are, of course, have wear and tear and such because these are older. It's amazing to me that they actually use these to get rid of bugs and such, because what do we use now? We don't use foggers or anything like that. We just have, I guess, more safer remedies than what they had back then.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much safer our things are with the smell and the chemicals, but we do have the spray.
I mean, there are ways to do it safer than this, I think.
Yeah, that's true. That's 100% true.
That's probably what I meant to say. The chemicals themselves are not safer, but I mean, there's ways to prevent yourself from getting sick from them.
Yes, and that sprayed on a giant spider and the spider would be gone, which is great because I hate spiders.
Right.
Take them out.
If you would be interested in the set, because I'm going to sell both of them together, it is going to be $30 for both the sprayer and the tin itself. So only $15 each. And it's going to be number 1. So $30 for both the sprayer and the refill can, number 1.
That's a good deal.
And I see Lori Perry for that. Thank you, Lori. It is yours. And I think, was that 2?
I think that was 2.
Yeah, because I showed the tins. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So it is back to you.
Okay. Well, this is an item that I picked up with Jeffrey from Real Nifty Vintage. We were together at an estate sale a long time ago in Nashville, and I just could not resist the graphics on this. And this can is pristine. I mean, when I tell you, it was almost like it came out of the store yesterday. I mean that. And I have had this in my office for a very long time in my barrister cases because the graphics just had my heart. And I just keep looking at it and think one day I'll sell it. One day I'll sell it. I just wasn't ready to move on because the graphics were great. So this is the Guardsman cleaning polish. And I cannot look how shiny the lithography is. I mean, this can is, there might be a little wear, on the top, but even the lid has the graphics on it. And it is so clean, this can. So it is the chemical coating company. And the graphics are so good on this. Guardsman cleaning polish. Love the knight and shining armor at the top. And it still has, if you can hear, it still has some cleaning polish in it. You can see a little indent in the bottom. And then it's got graphics all the way around. So that, again, there might be some slight wear you can see up at the top, maybe where some of that cleaning polish is on there. But overall, this is a really great can. Oh, non-flammable. Non-flammable. My mom will be happy to know. She's been worried lately about my oil cans, even though they're empty. She thinks they're somehow going to spontaneously combust in my apartment. So non-flammable. That's always a good thing. So this is great. The graphics are good. I would say this is probably 50s. I would guess, although actually, nope. I'm just noticing it has a 2-digit zip code. So this is actually from around 1940. Because of the zip codes, but the colors are great.
Colors are amazing on that.
Yeah, it is. I love the stripes. So good. And
Can't believe you're letting it go.
I know, Benny. I know. I can't believe it either. So this is a steal of a deal. This Guardsman 10. If you are interested in it, it is going to be $18, number 71. $18, number 71 for the Guardsman 10. Fabulous. And there's your 2-digit zip code. So they did those in 1948. So think like large cities, LA, New York, those kinds of things. So yeah, this is great.
The colors on that are just amazing.
Colors are everything. Yeah, it's a good 10. Okay. That is going to Isabella D. That is heavy.
That's a really cool 10. I have never seen that before.
No, I'd never seen that one either. So it did stay with me for quite a while, but I'm glad I'm sharing it with the world and it's going to a good home. That's wonderful.
I would have the hardest time parting with something like that because the colors are just, they're so eye-catching.
They are, and the stripes, oh, I tell you, it's great. Speaking of great colors, my next 10 is also really fun. This is a mint souffle 10 with the chevrons. Aren't the graphics wonderful on this? And this is extremely clean.
Green.
Yeah, that mint green. Oof, it's so lovely. And I love the comedy and dramedy masks.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that's
how cool is that?
On that. And then the mint souffles with that kind of deco-y look with the gold and the black is just really sexy on this tin. And it does open up. Let me show you the inside of it. And I think it's got a little string in it. Let me pull the string off of it. How did I miss that? Sorry, folks. Okay. Oh, the string is sticky. Okay, so the inside is relatively clean. So you could, again, I love using these for not only risers, but they're great to put different storage items in that you use on the daily because it's always fun to open a vintage tin. And this would look really great in a kitchen display or vignette. I actually also love tins and old scales. So I have a couple of older scales from candy stores that I like to prop tins in the little bowls. So they just make really fantastic risers or displays. And the graphics on this one, I think, is everything. The font, you've got your mask, your theater masks. And then that chevron design, which is everything. This was manufactured by the E.G. Whitman Company out of Philadelphia. And then on the side, it says it has cream of tartar, colored mints, natural and artificial flavors, and they're little white mints. So this probably reminds you, at least it does for me, of my grandparents, because every time I go over to my grandparents' house, they always had little mints in a jar on top of the mantle, and then they had another little candy container that was on their coffee table with the little mints of all different kinds. And I loved those strawberry candy mints. Those were some of my favorites. And the shiny wrappers, very good. So this can be yours for just $12. $12 by giving me number 70. $12, number 70 for the awesome mint souffle tin.
That is just the coolest. I've never seen anything like that. That is the coolest thing.
Yeah, I think this is great. The graphics are so yummy. If you could say the graphics are yummy, I think you can.
I think so too.
Okay, Val, that is headed your way. Congratulations, Val.
Val, that is awesome.
Yeah, that's a really
cool.
All right, and those are my 2 items.
All righty. Bring that up. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this. So this is kind of industrial, kind of an item for fall. I think I may have shared this before, maybe in like a drop sale or something, but I thought I would give it another try here. This is a little creamer with the brown and the black stripe on it. Free of any damage. I have a very strange attraction to these old restaurant ware creamers. I just think they're fun. There are so many different ones out there. There are no markings on it whatsoever, but it's got a nice look to it. I have one that has a green and a black stripe that I was really tickled to find. And these are just good to have if you have like a coffee bar or if you have guests over and they like their cream. No damage to it. I mean, this is good, like sturdy stuff. Like it's not just gonna, I don't think it'll break on you like a thin teacup.
No, those things are made to last. I'll tell you, they are sturdy.
Very much so. And if you would like this creamer, which by the way, I probably could have cleaned a little better, Magic Eraser will clean that up, no problem. This is going to be $6 and it's number 15. $6, number 15 for the restaurant ware creamer.
So call me crazy, Vinny, but I've just been introduced into the wonderful world of magic erasers. I used to think they didn't work because I tried one and it disintegrated on me and I gave up. But now I've been reintroduced and I think they're the most amazing things on the whole planet.
They clean the things that a Clorox wipe won't.
Yeah, exactly.
And they clean bisque ceramic better than anything else I know.
Yeah, they really, really do that. And they get off all kinds of strange marks from things.
Oh my gosh, yeah. All right, so nobody took that. Where's my other? Oh. So this has actually been sitting in my space for a little while. I want to say that this is from the 50s. I could be very wrong about that. This is a Planters Peanuts. I want to say like a store countertop display or something for the product. Clear plastic. It's got a really great graphic of the Planters Peanuts with Mr. Peanut
He's
on this. This does come out probably for cleaning purposes, but it sits in there. I do want to note that the plastic is scratched and there are some markings that I did not attempt to remove for fear of ruining the piece, so I'm selling it as is. There are no maker's marks or anything like that on here, so I'm not exactly sure who the maker is or was. But I think if you had a store or if you just collect Planters Peanuts items but don't have this in your collection, this would make a fantastic piece for that. Yeah, there you go, Leanne. It would be great to put Halloween candy in, like sit it right by your door and throw the kids' candy in there. And this piece can be yours for $30, and it's number 2. $30, number 2 for the Plastic Planters Peanuts bowl. Right. And Lori, it goes to you. Thank you so much. You are going to love this. I've admired it so many times at this particular mall, and I finally just decided to go ahead and get it one day because I knew somebody out there would appreciate this piece.
Yeah, I love that. The Mr. Peanut Man is so iconic, and any advertising with him just brings a smile to my face.
Absolutely. And I think those were my 2 for this round, so it is back to you.
Okay, I believe, Vinny, do I have this right? These are my last 2 items.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, do you want me to go ahead and do a little recap at the end of this too while I'm on screen?
Yeah.
Or you wanna do that?
Yeah,
Okay,
go right ahead.
great. All right, my next 2 items are a set of typewriter ribbon tins, and I love this one because of the ship. And every time I see ships or nautical things, I think of Vinny. And this is the Allied flagship with the coolest kind of deco-y looking ship on the back, on the front rather. And this is for Olympia black medium light typewriter ribbon. The graphics
Ooh.
on the back are wonderful too. I love that it has the 2-digit zip code. So this is definitely pre-1963. They started the 2-digit zip codes in 1948 for large cities, and you can see this one's New York, so that obviously makes a lot of sense. So it's in that time frame. I do believe, I don't know if this one has it. Sometimes on that outside rim, as I was asking Vinny about earlier, you can see that they have a little marking that says DG. They were made by Decorated Metal, but of course, even Anchor Hawking at one point, believe it or not, actually made these typewriter ribbon tins. So they're very cool. So you're going to get this one,
that.
and then you're going to get the mainline ribbon, and I love the big B on the side. Yeah, and then this one's cool too because it has graphics that go all the way around. And the cool thing is, look at it. It has all of the alphabet and then some letters all the way around. So that's kind of cool. I think that's neat. And then on the bottom, it's mainline, and it's for a Burroughs adding machine. So actually, this is for adding machines. And then you have the ribbon, and this one's not marked, but they're very clean. Now, I have a display of these in my office, and what I did was I stuck some magnets on the inside here, and then they make little great refrigerator magnets. So I've got them on an old piece of tin ceiling, and I've magnetized them all together to create a fun little display. But you could put magnets on the inside and then use this as a cool little magnet on your refrigerator. So I think these are great, and they're just really cool graphics together. The blacks really work well. So if you would like the lot of typewriter ribbon tins, they can be yours for just $12. $12 for the pair, which is great, just $6 each. And they can be yours by giving me number 79. $12.
What a steal.
Yeah, I think so. And the flag one is awesome with the ship. That's
Absolutely.
really cool. Okay, Isabel, I see you for those. Those are coming your way. Great.
Go ahead, Isabel. Cleaning up tonight.
Yes, you're getting some amazing things. Okay, my last item of the evening is something I think is amazing because I don't know how the paper label has survived. This is, you're going to get 2 things. One has a paper label. This is a special radiator, superior quality bronze powder. So it is full of the bronze powder, and I just love this tin because it doesn't have any particularly flashy colors. So this is perfect to mix in a display where you want some mainstays that can be used all year round. So this just kind of mixes in with everything, but for fall, the warm kind of autumnal tones of this I thought would be really neat in a display. And I particularly love these tins that have this lip because other tins like this sit right in top and create a perfect little riser for other things. So I love these. So you're going to get this tin from Providence, Rhode Island. I think this is, I don't know what this has to do with radiators, this bronze powder. Someone that does anything with radiators would know. I'm guessing maybe you would put this on the pipes maybe, or the workings on the inside. I don't know, but the paper label is still there. And then you are going to be getting this amazing, I love this tin, snowproof boot tin from New York. I love the font on this. You get the horseshoe and the moon and the little clover on the top. And then you get leather dressing, snowproof. So this was for shoes. And you get that graphic all the way around on this orange tin, which is also great with Halloween coming up, that orange and black. But I think the font and the graphics all the way around are great. Now this tin, you can see has some wear, but it is just really cool. So you're going to be getting both tins, which I think look really stellar together. That's a neat little vignette. So both tins here can be yours for just $12. Again, $6 each by giving me number 80. 80 for $12 for the
what a steal.
Snowproof tins. And I love those. Yeah, the label is really, really great. Okay, let's see. And I see Lori and Robert Perry. That is headed to you.
Yep, that's what I see too.
All right. Excellent grab. Those are really cool. All right. So just a little recap of some things that are still available for your consideration. We've got this amazing standard stamp carousel tin. Not a tin, but it's a stamp carousel. And it's got the standard logo on the top, and then you get all three vintage stamps with it. This one has little Scotty dogs going around, which is fun, and I like the little, it says Inca Dinka Doo. So anyway, fun little stamp. This whole carousel with the three stamps can be yours for $25, number 21. If you are interested in the stamp carousel, it's pretty fabulous. And I also have this tip-top teak tin with the cool ship available. This is $18, number 22, if anyone is interested in this guy. And last but certainly not least, I have a whole lot of printer's blocks, and you're getting 32 of them for $40. So if anyone is interested in the printer's blocks, there's some really cool ones in here. This one's got your Greek key. There's one that's got a music note on it. You have this one that's got a little tree. There's a doggo in it. This one's, I think, the coolest one with the eagle. So if you're interested in this is $40, and we'll say it's number 100. Number 100. $40, number 100 for the whole lot of really cool printer's blocks. And I think that's everything that I have to share with you all.
That was it?
That's it.
Okay. Well, I'll come back and I'll do my recap real quick. If you're watching the replay and you do see something that did not sell, you can email Katie or I. Our emails are in the description box down below. So if you see something after the show, please go ahead and email us. We have no problems sending you an invoice and getting you all these awesome items. Okay, so the first item that I'd like to re-show tonight, this little tip. Let's put that in here. All right, so I have this really cool rubber piece. I'm not really sure what it is. I just really liked the fact that it said, "Tell the world with signs." It does have pinholes in it, unfortunately, but I think that doesn't really take away from the cool factor of this.
I love that. That's very cool.
I think so too. And I think if you got this framed, or maybe even just put something on the back of it so you could hang it on the wall, I think that would be a really cool piece for that. Mm-hmm. And this is only $6, and it's number 18. $6, number 18 for the Tell the World with Signs rubber piece. It does say art/craft. I'm not really sure what somebody would do with this because it's not a stamp because it's facing the right way it should. So we got that. Also, I have this really cool, don't let my phone clip go flying. I have the Black Flag ant trap
Oh,
piece
that's cool.
with one of the original cartridges. I just thought that was really neat. You could hang that up on the wall, tie some string. Well, I thought there was another hole here. I guess not, but you get the idea. I thought maybe to help even it out, you could move this one to the center. So that way it would display nicely. And this too is $6. It's number 19. $6, number 19 for the Black Flag and Traps tin with the one and on the original card from Kmart. And Lori takes that. Thank you very much, Lori. I also still have the White Lock alcohol bottle. This was originally from Myron Drugs in Baltimore, Maryland. And it's got a star on the bottom of the bottle here. I love the graphics of the paper label, which is amazing that it has survived all these years. And let me see if it still smells like the alcohol, because I dumped it out a while ago. Nope, the alcohol smell is gone. But that's okay. If you wanted to actually use this for an alcohol bottle, you absolutely could.
Absolutely. That would be a great addition to a bathroom.
Absolutely. And this bottle is $12 and it's number 5.
The shape is really sexy.
It very much is. Oh, and even it's got little ridges on the back, on the sides that I forgot to share.
You like ridges.
Very much. I feel like that makes it easier to grip the bottle better when there's something there that kind of like...
Because clumsy me would easily drop a smooth bottle, but if it's got some, grip to it, I'm probably less likely to drop it.
Me too. So again, that is $12, number 5 for the White Lock alcohol bottle. Alrighty. I have the measuring cups by Pyrex. Got 2 of them, one for 1 cup and one for 2 cups. They are definitely older. If you look at the logo of Pyrex on the front here, you can definitely tell that these are older pieces. They do have wear because these are older, so do expect that. The one does have some small little chips around the rim. Not sharp, but they're definitely there. Hi, Daniel Harps. How are you? So you're going to get the set of these for $15, number 20. $15, number 20 for the 2 measuring cups, one for 1 cup and the other one is for 2 cups. I think they would display nicely in a Hoosier cabinet, or if you want some of the older pieces. Oh, Jeffrey says late 50s, early 60s. Good call. Thank you. So if you want some of the older pieces of Pyrex to go with your casserole dishes and all those other fun patterns that are out there, these would be great for that. We are doing well. Hope you are as well. So I also have the tin lot. We've got the one for Kester radio solder.
This is a great lot, guys.
And then we have the secretarial Curtis Young piece with the silver and red. That would be a great piece for Christmas or any patriotic holiday out there. And then we have this Hub brand ribbons tin with the blue, silver, and the white.
That is a gorgeous tin, y'all.
It's a little rough, but it still displays nicely. And this set of 3 tins is $15 and it's number 11. So only $5 each. $15, number 11 for the 3 tins. Again, only $5 a piece. That's like a little instant collection right there. I also have the shoe size indicators, the foot measuring pieces. Oh, Val takes number 11. Thank you, Val. They are yours.
Good get, Val. That is an amazing lot of 10s right there.
So these are the shoe size indicators. They're from about 1950. One of them is marked up, so I would assume the other one is for that as well. This one, the larger one, is for men's and boys' shoe sizes. And then this one is for women's shoe sizes. Thank you. Because, of course, men's feet are a little bit bigger than women's. Naturally, I think. So both of these, again, with their wear and tear, being 74 years old, they still would display nicely if you hung them up on the wall, or heck, if you even used them in a vintage clothing store that sells old shoes from these eras. That would be so cool. And for the set, it is going to be $20, and it's number 14. $20, number 14 for the two shoe size indicators from 1950.
Those are so cool.
I love the font of the lettering there. These are so neat. I've never seen these before.
And they'd be really easy to hang up with the little hangers like I have for the Coke trays. Just stick them on the back and hang them on a wall.
Oh, heck yeah. All right. I also have the little OXO Cubes 10.
Oh, I love that.
That would be cool to put in your kitchen, or even I missed some other trays. Sorry. I need to readjust those. They're hurting the back of my ears.
That's a problem with glasses for sure, Vinny.
I'm just not used. Well, I wear sunglasses, but I'm just not used to specs like this. So I have to kind of adjust them above my ears.
And I get the little indents on my nose from the nose pad.
Right. That's the worst. So this little OXO Cubes tin is $4, and it's number 16. $4, number 16 for the OXO Cubes tin. So this is kind of like a tin for bouillon.
That would be good for Valentine's Day with OXO on it.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even think about that.
No, I didn't either.
Great idea. I think you just sold that to yourself, Jeffrey. Just teasing, no pressure. Never any pressure to purchase anything on this channel. But that would be a cool piece for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, I also have the Bakelite handled
Cool.
syrup dispenser. Does have some age and wear to the metal. This was made by the Federal Housewares Company, or Federal Housewares by the Nibbit Corporation. The Bakelite handle does screw off, which I just found out about today. Comes right off, so you could probably wash this, because I think you couldn't wash Bakelite with traditional dish soap and such, I don't think. Could be wrong about that. This is $12, number 9.
To the Bakelite, I don't know, but I bet it does.
$12, number 9 for the syrup dispenser. I love this thing. I think it's really cool.
And the Bakelite handle makes it so unique. I'd put candy corn in that.
I would too. And then I think the only other thing that didn't sell for me tonight was the restaurant ware creamer. Not in the, well, why would you put old dishes in the dishwasher?
Yeah,
Only Corelle. Only put your Corelle in the dishwasher. Anything else, you just wash by hand.
Yeah. That's great for Halloween.
I think so too. Think of the little cake picks you could put in there.
Oh yeah, the cupcake picks with the pumpkin faces.
Or if you don't want to use it for cream, stir sticks on a coffee bar.
Yes, would be really cool. Or little fresh flowers, like if you got a fresh well, sunflowers might be kind of large scale wise, but like little daisies or any fresh flower would be cute in that little
Absolutely.
vignette.
Or toothpicks.
Yeah.
So many possibilities with old creamers. You don't have to use them for the cream itself.
Yeah. They're just a great vessel.
Absolutely. $6, number 15. $6, number 15 for the brown and black creamer. Brown and black striped creamer. Heavy duty, definitely is not going to break if it hits your floor. All right, and Jeffrey takes that. Thank you so much. And then I think the only other items that didn't sell for me tonight were the Moth tins, Moth crystal tins. So these are $10 each. If you would like Dill's Odorol crystals, put in number 15. Did I do number 15 twice? You know what? I guarantee you my silly self did, and I did. Oh, he wants the OXO tints. That was number 16. So Mom and Dad, Jeffrey takes the OXO Cubes tin. So thank you very much for that. Thank you so much. So I put number 6. I must have done that on accident when I was numbering stuff. That happens to me from time to time. So Dill's perfumed Odorol is number 15. So we know what the items are. So it's okay if you put in the same number. We know exactly what you're going for. And then the Golden Key Moth crystals are number 6. So they're $10 each, number 6 for Golden Key, and number 15 for the Dill's Odorol tins. Great for paintbrushes, tall matches, flowers if you would like to do that. So many possibilities with these old cans. And clacking together, apparently. And I think that was everything that we wanted to offer tonight. Unless you missed something, Katie, that you forgot about.
I don't think so. I think that's everything.
Alrighty, so let me bring us both together here. So that was a great sale. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I know we started a little bit later than we normally do, but sometimes it happens.
It does. And that was so much fun, Vinny. This is one of my favorite sales because I love being able to bring all the industrial things. It just makes my heart so happy, and getting to see them go to homes where people are appreciating all this cool vintage packaging like I do is really fun.
And it's fun to see what others can find out there, because you don't find the same things I do here and vice versa.
And you have a great selection of vintage where you are, Vinny. I'm just always amazed at the stuff you're picking up.
I told you, come up this way. You will find some stuff here.
I got to come visit you, Vinny. We must plan a road trip.
I know. There's a ton of places around me to go.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for tuning in. This was awesome. And again, if something did not sell that you would be interested in, you can always email Katie or I about those. We will hopefully have everything invoiced, packed, and such. For me, hopefully no later than Monday night. Katie, I don't know when you do your shipping, because I know you have 2 different sales that you're doing, this one and then your jewelry sale later.
So I'll be packaging everything up tomorrow, and you should be getting an invoice from me tomorrow. If you don't get it from me tomorrow, it'll definitely be by Monday. So one of those 2 days. And if you don't get it by then, of course, always shoot me an email. PayPal's sometimes funky, so I'll make sure that you get that. And thank you, Mom and Dad, for all your hard work in the chat and keeping us all straight tonight.
Thank you both very much. Of course, be on the lookout for videos from both of us. I need to get back on track. I haven't done so well since I got back from the beach. So I'm trying to get back on that, build my viewership back up, because it's gotten really low. And then, of course, regular sales for both of us each Saturday. I'm not sure when we'll be able to do another industrial sale. Hopefully it will be soon, because I know with the holidays coming, people are buying gifts for people. So we want to get the best stuff we possibly can available for you all, so you have it to give to folks for the holidays.
Yep.
So we will see you all very, very soon. We definitely want to do this again because we enjoy doing it. We like finding the stuff. We love showing it with you all, sharing it with you all, selling it to you all.
It's so much fun, and I love getting to do it with you, Vinny. So I got to keep my eye out for more industrial.
Right. We got to keep on looking for it. So thank you all again so much to everyone who made purchases and just for showing up tonight. We had a blast. I know we went a little bit longer than we usually do. Pam is still going strong right now, I'm sure. I have her link as well as Katie's links to all of our social media, as well as Trisha from Sandy and Otto's channels down in the description box down below. So make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to them if you have not done so. And head on over to Miss Pam right now because she always offers really great, unique things as well. Same with Trisha of Sandy and Otto.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for different things, I don't think any of the sellers who do these sales sell the exact same thing. So
which is great. So you can hop around and get some cool vintage.
Absolutely. So we will see you all very, very soon. Again, thank you for tuning in, and we should have your orders done hopefully no later than Monday. Oh, that's one thing I forgot to mention. Monday is Labor Day, so the post office is going to be closed.
Oh,
so your
yeah.
items are probably not going to be able to go out till Tuesday or Wednesday because of the holiday.
Thanks, Vinny, for reminding me because I probably would have taken it up there and
Well,
gone.
Lori said Happy Labor Day, and then I'm sorry, Jeffrey said Happy Labor Day, and I was like, I forgot about that. All right, guys. So see you all soon, and keep on shopping that vintage.
Bye, friends.
Bye, everyone.